Hey guys! Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Laura Lee, and I just wanted to tell you thank you so much for sticking it out with me. And this is my day 5. Day 5, guys. Yes, I'm about um 45 minutes away from completing my 5-day fasting challenge to myself. And the whole purpose is to create a better version of myself, and what better way to do it than start a 5-day fast? But I do not recommend this, that you do this just to start. Not everybody's going to be able to do it. Not everybody's going to want it. Not everybody should do it. Anything that's in any of my videos, including this video, if you are thinking or wanting to attempt to change your eating habits and such like that, please consult your medical professional, a licensed therapist, and also a nutritionist. Okay, so being that I have had success and have had experience doing fasting, I know exactly what my body can tolerate, and um, pushing the limits a little bit. The 5 days all liquid fast was pushing the limits a little bit too much. Um, However, I wanted to feel healthier. I wanted to break through some barriers that my eating habits and things like that needed to change, and I just wanted to feel less inflammation and feel better. So, if you fit any of those categories, then you might want to consider doing some sort of fasting, but you have to find what works for you. So, the reason why I started on my health journey and wellness journey to lose 150 pounds and probably a good, I would say, 12 to 16 pant sizes, that is quite a bit of a journey. And so I'm bringing you along on that journey with me. And so, what happens after the transition of fasting? Well, how do I transition? Okay, because that's going to be the question is, if you're fasting, if you're doing, my shirt is like crooked. If you're fasting and doing a regimen, then of course you're going to want to have a transition to where you don't ruin all of your hard work and your hard effort. And what you do is to set yourself up for more success. Okay, so what does that mean? How does that look? So, what I'm going to end up doing is tonight I'm going to break my fat fasting. It will have amounts of fat included. Okay, so it'll probably include eggs, something of that sort. So, and then tomorrow for lunchtime, I'll have a salad with fat being the primary macros that will outweigh the protein and outweigh some of the carbs coming from the greens and the veggies. Okay, so and that's gonna kind of jumpstart my metabolism, because when we eat it, it sparks the metabolism, so that's a good thing. But again, I don't want to totally freak out my metabolism or my body, and or my habit that I spent 5 days unwinding. Okay, so I want to be cautious. I want to be aware of what I am going to be eating, and then after, so these 3 days coming up, I will be doing a fat fasting regimen, with the exception of breaking my fast with a salad tomorrow. Again, whatever I'm going to eat is going to have more fat and macros at the end of the day compared to um, keto or paleo. Okay, keto is still, your fats are going to be generally higher, but when you're doing fat fasting, it's technically much higher than a regular keto. You know, Technically, you're supposed to have just like fats. Okay, fats. Um, and that could be from any source of butter, cream cheese, some of the things that I like to do when I'm fat fasting. And it really, helps to diminish cravings. It helps to, in between, in between my stuff is cream cheese rolled in sugar free gelatin. And I try to stay away from a lot of the sugar free stuff because it's not very good for you. Okay, with the ingredients, unless it has stevia, then I'm all for it. But Most of the time, these sugar-free products have phenylalanine or aspartame, saccharin, different things like that that are not generally not good for you. So I'm not gonna be doing that part though. And of course, putting grass-fed butter in my coffee, and or using the instant keto version. So there's lots of options. After the 3 days of fat fasting, by the third day, I will again evaluate, see where I'm at. If I feel good, then I'll continue to the third day, and what I'll do is transition into a keto intermittent fasting regimen. And so I will have those all laid out. But the good thing is that today is day 5, and I've given you 5 days of videos. And so I'm going to be bringing you guys along on the journey for the 3-day fat fasting. Okay, 3 days of fat fasting, and with the exception of breaking it with a salad. So, what are my results? Tomorrow morning will be my 5-day weigh in. Okay, even though tomorrow is a different day, tomorrow morning, the 19th, or is it the 18th, will be the 18th will be my 5th day morning weigh in, because I started at 11:59 in the middle of the night, and I weigh myself in the morning. So tomorrow morning I will weigh in, and I will post the weigh in below this video, which will be tomorrow morning. Okay, so you can see the results. As of right now, I'm pleased to say that I'm minus 9.2 pounds. So I started out at 346.8, and then I went down minus 9.2 pounds. So I will be breaking my fast tonight, and depending, I may or may not lose weight tomorrow morning's weigh in. um I've seen my scale go in a good direction, so it may stay the same, it may lose weight. I don't know what it's going to do. I certainly hope it doesn't add to, so because I haven't had like solid food in like 5 days. Okay, so I don't know what it's going to do, and I don't remember. I've only done a 5-day fast once in my life, and this was like 3 years ago, and I swore I'd never do it. And I don't think I fully finished the 5. I think I came in within like 8 hours of a 5-day, if I'm not mistaken. But to go actually as far as I did, this is like amazing progress. And because I want to talk about the mindset. Willpower will only take you so long. Discipline will take you for how long you need it, because willpower will only last you for a little while. But you got to remember why you're doing it, and have a good strategy in place, and then be aware, listen to your body, and try not to be unrealistic with your goals and expectations, especially if you first just are starting out. That is my recommendation to you guys. So if you see this and you're like, well, I want to do a 5-day fast, I can do it. And then you get mentally stuck along the way. Those are things you got to kind of watch out for, because then that's what causes us to stumble. Then we don't complete it. And then we go backwards, and then we do binging. Then we do full on binging, and then we just never quite do it. And so what I want to recommend to you is think in terms of what is your past behaviors with food, what has been most likely the success. If I had more success with doing low calorie, very low calorie type nutrition, and I did good, a long time ago, I did very well. It was proportioned. It was low salt. There was hardly any sugar, which was different than my last distraction when I was doing a different program. And so you got to figure out what has been your success. If you've been trying to lose weight and you did it in the past, and what was great about it, what worked, and go to the drawing board and write those things out and figure out, okay, what's the next course of action. Well, I can tell you that sugar is the main culprit out there. It's very addictive. It's like a poison, right? And it has no nutritional value in it whatsoever. It tastes really good, whatever you put it in. Like, chocolate. Chocolate's one of my favorite. There's nothing wrong with chocolate. However, the one thing, the two ingredients that make chocolate really, really good and what it is, and there's a lot of things that are in chocolate, like micronutrients, um, that are very, very good for your body, for your brain, okay, and overall. So it's about finding the good quality, but going back to what are the two ingredients that make us really like crave the sugar, well, crave the chocolate, first of all, is butterfat and sugar. If you've ever tried chocolate before, it's terrible. Try cocoa powder, it's terrible. If you mix some butter fat and some sugar in there, voila, it becomes a chocolate cake, right? And some flour and eggs and vanilla and all those things. But, if you are going to eat chocolate, find the best source. I love Lily's baking chocolate. That's really good. It's sweetened with stevia. Again, there's no paid ads, no promos here, but just to give a shout out, to Lily's chocolate. I love Lily's chocolate. I put it in, some things that I make. Sometimes if I feel like I'm missing like chocolate, or if there's whatever it is, when I do eat it, I have a handful of it and I just close it up. I put it away. And I'd rather eat those anytime than the other, like, sugar. I can't say that the other ones aren't good, but it's the sugar. I have to remember that. And so, thinking in terms of making things on my own, like, if you like chocolate covered peanuts or chocolate covered this or chocolate cake, make things that are comparable that you don't miss out. If you like tacos, take, Parmesan cheese or Colby Jack, and fry the cheese up and put, your veggies in it, your cheese, and, whatever toppings you want in the taco. Or you could use um, the Parmesan folios, the cheese folios. You can get them from Costco or any store. And you can just heat it up and then use it, put asparagus, put whatever meats you want, and then, wrap it up and put some prosciutto on the outside. And, it's a good hors d'oeuvre. It's a good side dish to the meal. There's lots of options. So sometimes, if I find that I'm craving cheese, things like that, it might be that I'm not having enough salt in my daily intake. There's could be a lot of things. Our bodies are made complex, yes, but they are made to adjust. They are made to heal. They are made to regenerate itself. And what we put in our body is going to determine how well that functions. And so we got to learn to get through those things, and in moderation, if we must have chocolate cake, if we must have Thanksgiving, if we must have Christmas type holiday foods and things like that. Because we're my culture, my family, when you eat and you sit down, you don't um, disapprove of any food. You don't say no. And in the culture, you just don't say no. That's why it's difficult, but you get over it. You get over it, especially if it's not doing good for you. You learn, and nowadays the cultures have changed, and it's more acceptable if you refuse certain foods. And so with that, I plan on making versions of pumpkin pie tartlets that are sugar free, low carb, keto type. There's other things that I plan on making that are comparable versions. Yes, I will probably have some of the things, but if I keep going, I'm just going to take it one day at a time and not get all worked up over it. Because I tell you, if I get worked up over it, then I'm going to eat prior to Thanksgiving, and that's not good either. It's not. Okay, so, and then it's not good to get worked over. Then you got to be concerned about Christmas time and then New Year's. You got to put New Year's in there. So overall, I am going to give this a 9 points out of 10. I'm, as far as results go, as far as how I would feel throughout the week, out of a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I would say I feel at about 8.5 out of 10. So that means we're making good way on how I feel compared to how I was feeling. And I'll know more about how I am feeling, and evaluate that in the next week or two. And overall of challenging and being difficult on difficult level, first being novice, two being moderate, and three being expert. I think I passed it flying colors day 5. And for some that do day 5, 5 days of fasting with absolutely no food, no water, they do dry fasting. That and hard dry fasting, that's where you don't brush your teeth, that's where you don't wash your face, no contact with water, no contact with liquid whatsoever. That's, to me, that's expert level, and I'm not. No. I don't do that. But hey, you got to do what works for you. You got, a lot of fasting is not just for weight loss, it's for lots of things. It's for, I can't even tell you, it's like for healing, it's for meditation, it's for balance, it's for resetting, it's for detoxing, it's for a lot of great benefits to it. Now, there are great benefits to doing different types of fasting as well. So, and there are many different types of fasting. So I wanted to just leave you with that 5 day summary, and I'm super excited. Not only 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, but 5 days. Okay. And I'm looking forward to my breaking the fast. And I'm not going to go crazy. Okay. But I want to make sure that the success keeps going, because I tell you what, in 30 days, if I could lose anywhere from like 10, 20, 30 pounds, I'm a big girl. So I know that my body will shed anywhere from 10 to 40 pounds in 30 days. Like, like that. Easy, easy peasy. We'll see. But getting to maintain that and then keep dropping and dropping and maintain it so it becomes an overall lifestyle, that's where the discipline comes in. Okay, that's where the strategizing and using what works for me, not what works for somebody else out there. There's lots of videos out there for people fasting, people doing keto, people doing low carb, people doing counting points, people doing all kinds of different types of regimens. Okay, so finding which one works for you, try it, and then journal it, and then go again, and then, but however, I will lead you with this though. If you say, okay, I did 5 days of fasting, now what do I do? So then you transition into the second part of your regimen, and then you get the results from there. Okay, so my 5 days of liquid fast, and then 3 days of fat fasting, that's purposefully done to get my body like really acclimated, really into a high keto burning state. Okay, and then also high fat burning state, as well as meditative and disciplinary type mindset. Now, after the third day of fat fasting, I will go into keto intermittent fasting. And I believe that I will have the greatest results doing it this way for me. And then also for plateauing. If I have a plateau that ever comes about, then I will just like purposefully eat to gain 1 pound to 2 pounds at most, eating healthier foods or more of healthier foods to put on those 1 or 2 pounds, and then scale back down to you know, keto intermittent fasting, and then it will drop down again, so that way the weight keeps going down. That is the one of the secret strategies, okay, that not a bunch of people know. There is not a whole lot, So that's I've helped a couple of people on it, and they've done really well. So, and that's a couple. That's like one or two. That's like one or two, and that really works. And so I've seen it done. And the reason for that is, is to teach your body never to gain 3 or more than 5 pounds at any one point in time. And so I will be relying on that if I should ever need it. But being with alternating and fasting and intermittent fasting and keto, I think that should keep me busy for a while, for at least five 5 months, 3 to 5 months, 6 at most, before I have to be concerned about plateauing. Plateauing is anything more than staying at the same weight for 2 to 4 weeks. That is an actual plateau. If you're staying at the same weight for like 1 to 2 days to 3 days to 7 days, that's not a plateau. That's just like, let's take a look at see what you're eating, what you're not eating, and go from there. Plateauing is like, you know, 4 weeks. Okay, so anyway, thank you guys so much, and I wanted to make this video a good one because I wanted to give you guys a summary of my thoughts, my vision for myself for the next 3 days, and I'm looking to create a better version of myself. And one of those ways is 150 pounds down, and I cannot wait. I've also excited because I just launched my own product. It's on my site, and I'm so super excited about it. And I'm actually doing a giveaway, and so somebody's going to get a nice giveaway. It's for women. Sorry, guys, for women. You could take it if you wanted to. The guys could take it. So it's on my profile page in Facebook. But if you're interested, I'll link the comments in the comments description section below, the links and things like that you can follow. Okay. Until next time, I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for your support, and thank you so much. And I don't know if you're looking for ladies, if you're looking for a laugh out there. I don't know if you see my other videos, but there's one of me talking about my nails. You got to go see that video. Go watch the video, and if you've seen or heard anything, or you like what you just saw, and you're like where I'm going with this whole thing, I'm not perfect. I'm trying to do my very best. And click the subscribe button, like, share the channel, you guys, and that'll really help me and help get the word out, because it's going to be a fabulous next 90 days, 30 days, a year. Let's bust out 2021, okay? All right, till next time, I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.